Oh, yeah, we gonna have fun up in here tonight. Uh-huh. We're gonna get a little country and bluesy on you. All with a mixture of soul. Hey, where's my setup at? You got my eyes? Alright, you know I need my eyes. I can't be singing without my eyes. Oh, and then, yeah, that's what counts right there. Let's go. Uh-huh. We're gonna let it go. Guess I like my whiskey. I like my whiskey. I like it hot. Oh, good God, I like it hot. I can't drink it 'cause it makes me fightin' mad. Lord, now it makes me fightin' mad. Gets me to doing.
May I introduce to you the world, Mr. David Brendan Hunt, live with me right now. Thank you for being with us, David.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine. How you doing today, Jim?
Hanging in there, having a good. I was telling people after we did the sound check that I thought this was just absolutely going to be a fun interview, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'm not scared. I can be stupid too. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Okay, I want to, right off the bat, I want to do this because this comes straight from your bio, okay?
Yes, sir.
It says the development of his unique style is a result of a lifetime of musical influence. David was a wild kid with an attention span of a gnat. Then,
What?
then you discovered piano. Do tell, my friend.
Well, I think they put the musical part in there just to make it sound better. I think the wild part does it all. But, no, seriously, I was, my mother was great at 20, and let's just put it this way. Well, you know, anyway, God love her. She loves me, so there you go. But the piano came along, and, I don't know, I sat down at it one day, and I just started plucking at it. Next thing I know, I was playing Beethoven and Bach, and I've never read music or anything, so call it a God-given gift or whatever you want. So, but I like to play the piano. It kind of soothed the beast as a child, so slowed me down a little.
You know what? And actually, I have a piano myself, and I can read music, but I can't read music and play at the same time. So it's one of those where I have to memorize the lines.
I can't read it all. I just look at the pictures.
Well, you know what? With what you got going on, and you writing all these songs, it seems like you're doing just fine for yourself, sir.
Oh yes, sir. It's coming along. I'm pretty happy about it. Got a great team around me, good support, and you know, typically, I'm a master plumber by trade.
Well, thank you for that. I love a good old blue collar guy. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, typically it took me a while to actually get up and actually sing in front of somebody, but after I did it, after a while, and well, I don't drink the Jack Daniels anymore, but that helped in the beginning.
Oh yes, I'm sure it did. But you mentioned that because I do a lot of public speaking, and when I first started doing that, believe me, mine was beer, but nonetheless. Now I was reading that you saw a movie called The Thing Called Love.
Yes, sir.
About the Blue Bird Cafe there in Nashville, Tennessee, right?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
And ladies and gentlemen, let me put the words after you finally, whatever you did and you decided to do it, and I don't have the names in front of me. I just have the fact that the manager of the Bluebird Cafe said, "Ladies and gentlemen, David Hunt. Remember him? He's going to be a superstar." Unquote. Wow.
Yeah, I think she kind of jinxed me. But anyway, yeah, to sum that up, long story shorter, my uncle at the time had seen the movie, told me to watch it, and I did. And I'm a Virginia boy, and I was living in Virginia. And so I watched the movie and all that, and then my uncle one day said, "Hey, let's go to Nashville, Tennessee." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Well, let's go do the Bluebird." So I came down, I auditioned. Normally they wait about a year before they bring you back, but they brought me back a month later, and you know, I was doing really good. And come to find out, I didn't know they were voting on you and grading on you. I didn't know they were judging you. And apparently I got one of the highest scores at the Bluebird Cafe right now, currently standing. So I was.
How cool is that, man? Congratulations.
Pretty cool. Yeah. So now with a little more time on me, it just keeps getting better.
Well, getting better is one thing. You took the stage for a benefit concert with Vince Gill and Amy Grant. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about getting better.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
How do you forget about Vince Gill and Amy Grant?
Well, you get a little older, things start to blur together. But, no, I remember that. It was good. I like benefit causes, especially with the military, because my mother, I don't know if you know or not, is civilian government. She's a GS, I think 14, 15.
Mm-hmm. That sounds right.
She called me up in 2003 and told me she was going to Iraq, and I said, okay. And that's an interesting story in itself, believe it or not. So I don't know.
If you want to share, but by all means, this is open and there's no time limit. By all means.
well, you only get one mom, and I tried to get in the service when I was 17, but I only got one kidney, and so I didn't pass the medical, but I passed the ASVAB test with flying colors, and I wanted to get in, but I couldn't pass medical. But anyway, she calls me up, says she's going over. And that was, if you've never had family, overseas in a foreign land where, people are shooting at each other and they're upset and angry, you don't know the language or anything to that effect, it's very, stressful. And you do a lot of praying. And you tend to turn off the news after a while because it gets a little too much. I'm not trying to be negative, but I remember one time she called me and she was crying. Now, my mom's 5 foot tall, mind you. Tough as nails. Chew you up, spit you out, cut you to shreds with her mouth.
I got one of those too, yes.
And she still hits me in the back of the head. I don't know why, but anyway. But she called me up one time crying. And she couldn't say it at the time, but she was actually, she wasn't in the green zone at the time. She was southwest of the green zone. I think it was a place called Hilla. And anyway, when they sent him out, she's the primary, and they sent him out in threes. But she was actually, 3 Humvees went out, and it's hard to talk about. So if I get choked up, sorry. But anyway,
no problem. Go ahead.
They sent because I've got friends in the military too, and they sent the first Humvee hit IED, and the young men lost their lives, and she called me up just crying. And, my mom's so tough, I really never heard her cry before. And I was thinking to myself when she called, oh my God, what's happened to my mother? And she felt responsible for it. And, I'll tell you what, they carry a lot over there. And, I have nothing but love and respect. And when they come back home, if you're an American and you're a patriot, I don't care if you believe in the cause or not, because I believe in whatever our guys are doing over there. They got to get all the support in the world. They're putting their lives on the line every day,
Yeah, so. And I do. And to kind of piggyback on what you were saying as far as Iraq, my son did 2 tours as a combat medic in the U.S. Army in Iraq. And so being away, I definitely do know the praying and the turning off the news, as you would say, because it is very stressful. And to be honest, it has influenced him, and he's never going to be the same because of it.
No, a lot of them come back and they have to readjust, and like I said, my hat is off to them. I I was going to go overseas. I got offered by Brown and Root to go over and teach the Iraqis how to do plumbing, do commercial things, stuff like that. And I called my mother up and told her I got the offer. And, she basically told me if I went over, she'd disown me.
That bad?
Yeah. So, I think a lot of people here in the States don't realize, if they've never been abroad, how good it really is here in this country. And, the way this country was founded and what our military stands for, it is to protect our freedoms, no matter what it is. So, I'm grateful. So
Well, you know,
I've been at the airport. I've been at the airport, and these guys are coming off the planes. These young ladies, you know, and I look at them, walk up to them, say thank you, and I ain't trying to be, you know, I'm being honest.
Yeah,
So,
you're a man after my own heart, because I've been preaching that for 4 years. But you hit on real quick on the military, then we'll get back into your music. You hit on something that I've been saying for a long, long time, and that is the fact I too am a U.S. Army vet, but it's not, you know, it's not whether you agree or disagree with whatever our government does, but our men and women raise their hand to follow orders, to defend our Constitution, both foreign and domestic, and they go out and do what they're told to do.
exactly.
And so, you know, whether it be political or not, that really is not in their scope of things, if you will. They are out there busting their hump, and they do exactly what they're told to do. And so, you know, they may not agree, but, you know, at that point, you put that aside and they just do what they have to do. And I always tell our veterans, you know, never feel sorry for what you experienced or what you had to do. You did what you had to do, you did what you were told to do, and you came home. And a lot of them never came home. So,
And that's why they deserve the respect every day when they come home. So I could go deeper in history, but I won't do that to you. But they definitely deserve the respect.
Maybe you and I can talk off air, because I'm telling you, it sounds like we're kind of on the same page. But let's get back to another page, and that is your music. Now, I understand that this is here again, coming from your information, that you like Jim Croce, George Strait, Willie Nelson, and then you threw in Led Zeppelin. Do tell.
What's wrong with Led Zeppelin?
Nothing.
I love Led Zeppelin.
I love it all myself. So just when I saw Led with the rest of them, like, wow, what a eclectic mix, if you will, right?
Oh, yeah, pretty much. I mean, Led Zeppelin, I mean, come on. Listen to him when he sings. I'm like, really? And they didn't have all this computer digital stuff back then, and you couldn't carry a tune in a bucket, and you couldn't carry a tune in a bucket today, and they can make you sound like an angel. And,
yeah, they can. You're right.
And this guy was just a God-given talent. You know, Robert was. He was just phenomenal. And anyway, Jimmy Page, all them guys. But yeah, I like Led Zeppelin, Jim Croce, George Strait. I like a lot of different music. I even like George Winston. I don't know if you heard of him. He's a piano player. And I like him, and I just think music is like math. It's a universal language. It transcends all barriers, and it brings me peace, and it brings me a lot of partying too. So, I mean, take it as you want it.
Well, I have noticed, listening to you for, a while, but this last week, especially since we've been spotlighting you, there's not just a hint, but there's almost like a quarter of you, I'm just using an analogy here, that I hear the good old rhythm and blues come out. I like that.
You can blame that on Texas. I was down there. I opened up for a lot of the Texas acts. Pat Green, Corey Morrow, Kid Graw, Reckless Kelly. Was on that circuit for a bit. And that's where a lot of that comes from, is Texas music. This album that you have right now was produced here in Nashville, and Roger Ryan produced it. And he did a great job. He made it a little softer, more crossover. And, I mean, it's a good project. We're enjoying it. We love it. But I love the blues. I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. And by the way, that album, if I'm not mistaken, is Be With Me. That was just released this month, right?
Yes, sir, it was. You can get it on iTunes and Amazon.com and all those places. Hitman Records out of L.A. actually released it. So we're excited. We really are. And,
well, I know that, like I was telling you, we're getting great responses on our end. So we will continue to play you even after your spotlight is done. We would love to definitely have you back. But I'm not ready to leave yet, though, because there's a couple other things going on that I would kind of like to talk about a little bit. You know, you've got your mother in the military has got an influence on you. You've got the music, you got your master plumber. Then you throw in the fact that I understand now you're getting into doing some movies, some films.
Yes, sir, I am. I've actually been cast for a role called in a movie called Patsy, and another movie called Candles, and I'm one of the leading roles. In the movie Patsy, it's called Jimmy James Cole. He's kind of a rough and gruff outlaw country singer, and apparently they thought the part fit me well. I don't know why, but anyway. So I'm excited.
So when have you already actually recorded that already?
Not the movie, no sir, not yet.
Okay. I didn't know if that was something we could go out and find already. So
no, they're putting it all together right now, you know. And the interesting thing about the movie business is that that side of the entertainment business is you know, like the movie Nemo. Remember the movie Nemo?
yes.
Well, they did the casting call, and it wasn't until 3 to 4 years later that the movie actually came out. So it's an investment, I'll tell you what.
How do you keep up with it all? Because, I mean, I, too, work a full-time job. I call it my paying job. And the radio station, all of us are volunteers. So, I mean, I stay quite busy, to say the least. How do you fit it all in? How do you juggle everything that's going on?
Well, first of all, you got to get the right team around you. And you got to get one heck of a manager. And I do have one heck of a manager, and that would be Angel Jennings. You can actually go find her at, I think it's Angel Jennings at NashvilleConnection.com. It's either Angel at NashvilleConnection.com or Angel Jennings at Nashville.com. And I'll tell you what, she's the glue. She keeps it all together, keeps me organized, focused. You know, she's the point man on everything, and she keeps it together. I mean, it's unreal. I don't know how she does it. I couldn't do it. I'm too ADD, so, you know, I just, you know, and that's the other thing, you know, I'm doing this thing with the Nashville Connection. I don't know if you're familiar with that. And I just became
yeah, please do tell me. I meant to bring that up. Go ahead.
Nashville Connection is for the veterans as well, and last year, Angel came to me and said, hey, we want you to write this song for the Nashville Connection. Well, let's put it in perspective here. It's for the veterans. It's for the Gold Star moms. They're part of it. I don't know if you've heard of the Gold Star.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I have.
They're moms that have lost children in battle. And, I mean, these women are incredible, brother. I'm going to tell you something. They are just phenomenal women. Fun, loving, characters, cut up. I couldn't be left alone in the room with them. I would have got in trouble. But anyway, they go overseas. Well, I won't get into all that detail, but it brings a little bit of Nashville, Tennessee to other states. Like this year, it's going to be in South Carolina, or I think it's March of next year. And I wrote the song for that last year, and it's pretty neat hearing your song up on the big silver screen. But it's a really great organization. Joan and Angel, I mean, they've been focused on this. It's phenomenal. In fact, a kid, and it's for singer-songwriters too, you know, a kid, I think not last year, but the year before, he won the writers round. Next thing you know, he comes to Nashville a year later because of the Nashville Connection. And now he's been picked up by Byron Gallimore, who's Tim McGraw's manager and producer. And now this kid is doing his radio tour, and he's the next upcoming act out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Amazing, isn't it?
It's amazing. It is. But the Nashville Connection, if anybody has a chance to go check that out, go check that out. And the Wounded Warrior Project, and
I think that is one of the best, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and
they're all good. They're all
good,
but the Wounded Warrior really touches me a little bit.
Yeah, and the U.S. Adopt a Soldier. I just became the ambassador for both of them, so I'm excited. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact of how, you know, I'm patriotic and I believe. And plus, like I said, since my mother's been over there, I mean, I'm all for it. You know, whatever I got to do, whatever I can bring to the table to support our troops, I'm going to do it.
Well, we would love to have you back. You don't necessarily have to be spotlighted. If you got some new songs, something going on, and you want to spend 20 minutes with probably one of the most appreciative military and first responders radio stations around the world, you got it right here at American Veterans Radio.
Hey, Jim, I'm so grateful. Thank you, sir.
No, thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, do me a favor. Go out to our website, www.avradio.org, and go to our artist spotlight, and you will see David Brendan Hunt. You click on his photograph, it will take you to his site, and you will go out and purchase his CD. Keep him going, because I know how hard it is to do this and to keep paying the bills when you still have to do work and everything else. So anyway, David, once again, thank you. And
you're welcome.